Hey Lakers fans, welcome back to the channel. There's a lot happening around the league right now, and one story in particular has been catching everyone's attention. The situation surrounding Bennedict Mathurin and what it could mean for teams looking to make a splash, including the Los Angeles Lakers. The Pacers have made some interesting moves recently, and now reports are coming out suggesting they might not be so eager to commit long-term to Mathurin. That's raising plenty of eyebrows because this is a young, athletic guard with the kind of upside every franchise dreams about. The talk is that Indiana wants to take its time before making any big money decisions. With Tyrese Halliburton dealing with uncertainty this season and the Pacers still figuring out what direction they're heading, it seems like the front office is keeping its options open. Earlier, they hesitated to offer Miles Turner a long-term deal, and now that he's gone, it feels like they're playing the same waiting game with Mathurin. It's the kind of move that makes sense if you're rebuilding, but at the same time, it could open the door for other teams to jump in and test the waters. Mathurin's situation is interesting because he's a restricted free agent, meaning Indiana still has the advantage if another team makes an offer. But here's where it gets tricky. If a team like the Lakers steps up with a big contract, maybe around $30 million a year, Indiana might decide it's not worth matching. And with the new collective bargaining agreement tightening salary flexibility, not every front office wants to tie up cap space chasing restricted players. That's why sign-and-trade scenarios have become such a popular option. Teams can work out deals that benefit everyone instead of waiting for a long process to play out. Now, imagine the Lakers jumping into this mix. We know how Rob Pelinka and the front office love young two-way players who can grow alongside the core. Mathurin checks all the boxes, 23 years old, athletic, explosive, and already showing flashes of being a legitimate scorer. He's not just a shooter. He's a guy who can get his own shot, attack the rim, and handle pressure situations. During the playoffs, even in a smaller role, he showed he can step up when the lights are brightest. That's exactly the kind of energy and competitiveness the Lakers crave. But before we start dreaming too far, there are real questions the Lakers would have to face. What happens to Austin Reaves if Mathurin becomes an option? Reaves has been a key part of the team's chemistry, but his performance in the postseason has been inconsistent. If another playoff run goes by and he struggles again, the Lakers might explore a move to bring in someone who offers a similar offensive punch, but with a higher ceiling. That's where Mathurin could come in. He's younger, has more athletic upside, and could grow into a long-term piece next to a star like Luka Doncic or whoever the Lakers' next big name might be if they make another blockbuster trade. The big question, of course, is how the Lakers' season unfolds. If they go all the way and win the championship, there's a good chance the front office sticks with what's working. But if the team crashes out early or comes up short in a tough conference final, changes could come fast. That's when names like Mathurin start to make sense. He could be part of a new wave, a younger, faster, more flexible lineup that balances offense and defense more efficiently. And speaking of fit, Mathurin would bring something the Lakers have been searching for, a true wing scorer who can play both on and off the ball. He's 6'6", has solid length, and when he locks in defensively, he can guard multiple positions. Sure, he has lapses sometimes, takes a few possessions off, but he's still developing. The raw tools are there, and with the right system, especially one emphasizing accountability on defense, he could take a big leap. Just imagine him in purple and gold, slashing to the basket, hitting pull-up jumpers, running the floor with LeBron or Rui Hachimura. That's the kind of athleticism the Lakers could use to keep up with the younger, quicker teams in the West. But it's not just about highlight plays. Mathurin brings a steady scoring rhythm that could complement stars perfectly. Last season, he averaged a little over 16 points a game on 46% shooting. From beyond the arc, he hit around 34%. Not elite, but decent enough to keep defenses honest. A season before, he was closer to 38%, so the potential for improvement is definitely there. And with better playmaking around him, think of guys like LeBron James creating open looks. Those numbers could easily climb back up. His playoff performance might not jump off the page statistically, but it says a lot about his mindset. In fewer minutes, he still managed double-digit scoring, grabbed rebounds, and played with confidence against top competition. You could see flashes of a player ready to take on more responsibility the kind of guy who could thrive if given a consistent role. That's what makes him such an intriguing option for a contender. He's not afraid of the moment, and he's got that fearless mentality that Los Angeles fans love. If the Lakers were to seriously consider a move like this, it would probably involve some creative maneuvering, maybe a sign-and trade, maybe a multi-team deal involving other assets. There's been speculation about teams like the Warriors or Pelicans possibly being involved in future moves, and that could open doors for complex trade constructions. The Lakers have shown before that when they want someone, they find a way to get it done. The front office has become more disciplined with salary management, but they're always on the lookout for players who fit both the present and future. Now, if you look at Mathurin's overall game, what stands out most is his balance. He's a scorer first, but not a selfish one. He can create shots, but he's also learning how to read defenses and find teammates. He's had moments where he's gotten tunnel vision, sure, but that's part of being young and confident. Over time, with good coaching and the right role, those habits tend to smooth out. Think about the transformation of players like Jaylen Brown or Anthony Edwards. Early on, they were pure scorers, and now they're more complete players. Mathurin could follow that same trajectory. And let's not ignore his physical tools. He's got the body to handle the physicality of the NBA, with the strength to absorb contact and still finish plays. His free throw percentage, over 83%, shows he's reliable when he gets to the line. That's a skill the Lakers have often lacked in clutch moments. Getting a player who can consistently attack, draw fouls, and convert at the line could change the dynamic of close games. The most exciting part about this possibility is how he could fit within the Lakers' evolving system. With LeBron nearing the end of his career, the team is clearly building toward a younger foundation that can keep competing without starting from scratch. A core of Anthony Davis, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and a player like Mathurin could be the bridge between eras. The Lakers would maintain their star power while setting up a sustainable future. And while there's no guarantee Indiana will even consider moving Mathurin, the whispers around the league suggest they're open to listening. Maybe they just want to see how this season plays out. Maybe they're evaluating how he fits alongside Halliburton long-term. But when a team hesitates to lock up a young player like that, it usually means they're leaving the door open. And that's when opportunistic franchises step in. The Lakers have made a career out of those kinds of moments, finding value in uncertainty and turning it into success. When you really think about it, what makes Bennedict Mathurin such an appealing target isn't just his numbers or highlight reels. It's his potential to grow into something special. He's got that rare combination of athleticism, confidence, and maturity that makes coaches believe they can build around him. Even though he's only 23, he already plays with the kind of swagger you'd expect from a seasoned vet. The Pacers have relied on him as a spark plug off the bench, but every time he's been given a bigger role, he's proven that he can handle it. You can see it in his shot selection, his willingness to take big shots, and the way he keeps his composure in pressure moments. Now, if you're the Lakers front office, you're always evaluating not just talent, but timing. They know the window with LeBron James and Anthony Davis isn't infinite. So every move has to serve two purposes: help the team win right now and position them for the future. Mathurin fits both. He's young enough to be a long-term piece, but already polished enough to contribute immediately. That's why his name keeps floating around in speculative conversations, because he fits the Lakers' mold perfectly. The question becomes whether the Lakers can make the numbers work without sacrificing too much of what they already have. And speaking of what they have, Austin Reeves is at the center of this entire conversation. Reeves has earned his spot through hard work, versatility, and chemistry with LeBron. He's become a fan favorite and an important part of the team's identity. But basketball is a business, and if the Lakers feel that Mathurin offers a higher ceiling or a better fit next to Anthony Davis, it could force some difficult decisions. Imagine if Reeves has another solid regular season, but once again struggles when defenses tighten in the playoffs. That could open the door to something bigger, maybe even a sign-and-trade scenario where both sides get what they need. The idea of Mathurin wearing purple and gold feels exciting because he brings that raw intensity that Los Angeles fans love. He plays with energy, talks trash, and attacks every possession like it's personal. That attitude resonates in a city that celebrates showmanship as much as it does success. And on a team led by veterans like LeBron and Davis, that energy could translate into real production. He could take on the scoring load in second units, help space the floor, and develop into a two-way wing that can guard 1 through 3. It's not far-fetched to picture him cutting to the rim while LeBron orchestrates from the top of the key or running the fast break with D'Angelo Russell pushing the tempo. One area where Mathurin still needs to evolve is consistency on defense. He has all the physical tools, length, quickness, and strength, but sometimes drifts mentally, especially when he's off the ball. That's where a team like the Lakers could help him take the next step. Playing under a defensive-minded coach, surrounded by veterans who emphasize accountability, could push him to refine that part of his game. If he ever puts it all together, he could easily become one of the most complete wings in the league. Another thing that stands out about Mathurin is how comfortable he looks both on and off the ball. In Indiana, he's played alongside a ball-dominant guard like Halliburton and still found ways to stay effective. That's the kind of versatility that would fit seamlessly in Los Angeles, especially since LeBron often handles playmaking duties. And when LeBron rests, Mathurin can step into that secondary scoring role, taking pressure off Anthony Davis. The Lakers have struggled at times when the offense slows down without LeBron, so adding someone who can create his own shot consistently could be a huge boost. And let's talk about his scoring skill set for a second. Mathurin isn't just a shooter. He's an attacker. He thrives at getting downhill, drawing contact, and finishing through defenders. His free throw numbers show how often he gets to the line and how reliable he is once he's there. He's also shown flashes of improvement as a passer. He's not a natural playmaker yet, but he's learning to read the floor better, and that's what makes his ceiling so high. When you combine all that with his age and work ethic, it's easy to see why teams like the Lakers are keeping a close eye on him. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, in what is being described as one of the most shocking moves in recent NBA history, the Los Angeles Lakers reportedly stunned the basketball world by announcing that Jaylen Brown, the perennial star of the Boston Celtics, is set to join the purple and gold next season. Sources IA, with fans and analysts alike scrambling to make sense of the potential blockbuster. Brown, a cornerstone of the Celtics' recent successes, has long been linked to championship contention, and his departure for Boston would mark the end of an era. The 26-year-old forward is known for his scoring versatility, lockdown defense, and relentless work ethic, traits that would make him an instant centerpiece alongside LeBron James and Anthony Davis in Los Angeles. Lakers insiders claim that adding Brown could signal a renewed championship push, as the team looks to return to the glory days of the Showtime era with a modern twist. Meanwhile, Celtics fans are reportedly in disbelief. The thought of Brown leaving the storied Green franchise for a direct rival has sparked intense debate, with some questioning the front office's long-term strategy and others speculating about possible trade packages that could have made this move possible. Sources suggest that the Lakers may have offered a combination of young talent, draft picks, and financial incentives designed to entice Boston into parting ways with their star. NBA pundits are already weighing in on the implications. Some believe the move could immediately tilt the Western Conference in the Lakers' favor, while others argue that chemistry and adaptation will be critical for Brown's success in a new system. One thing is certain. The rumor alone has reignited the trade season frenzy, and every game, every stat, and every locker room conversation will now be scrutinized for hints of what could be the most audacious trade of the decade. As the league braces for official confirmation or denial, the basketball world watches, divided between excitement and disbelief. If true, the Lakers' gamble on Brown could redefine not only their championship trajectory, but the entire NBA landscape for years to come. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.